Hello students, welcome back to the class of Basic Electrical Engineering. This is lecture 3 on the unit 3 single phase AC circuit. In the last two lectures we have completed the syllabus up to power factor, up to this much. So in this lecture we will be covering parallel AC circuit, concept of admittance and numerical based on the above syllabus. See, there will not be any numericals on parallel AC circuit. Okay. So these are the contents for lecture 3. Before going to the lecture 3, let us see what is complex power. The question may ask, what is complex power? Explain its physical significance. As I told you, in an AC circuit, there are three types of powers: apparent power, active power and reactive power. S is apparent power, P is active power and Q is reactive power. Mathematically we have seen that S is equal to square root of P square plus Q square. In the complex mode we can rewrite this S as P plus JQ. This is called as the complex power, where P is the real part or active or real power, and this JQ, it shows the imaginary part, it is the reactive power. What is the physical significance? The real power is actually consumed in the circuit, whereas the reactive power is that component of power which is supplied to the reactive component of the load from the source during the positive half cycle, while it is returned back to the supply from the component to the source during the negative half cycle. The reactive power charges and discharges the reactive component alternatively. This is all about the complex power. The next point is parallel AC circuit. What is parallel AC circuit? Parallel AC circuit is one in which two or more impedances are connected in parallel across the AC supply. In this figure, the three impedances are connected in parallel across the AC supply of V volts. The impedance is Z1, Z2, Z3. We all know that the voltage across all the impedance connected in parallel will remain same. Okay, therefore the voltage across Z1, voltage across Z2, voltage across Z3 will be same. V1 equal to V2 is equal to V3. But what about the current? The current in the different branches will be different. Therefore current through Z1 is I1, Z2 I2, Z3 will be I3. Whereas capital I will be the total current supplied from this voltage source. There are some steps to solve the parallel circuit. What are those steps? The current in the individual branches are to be calculated by using this relation. Which relation? Tan phi is equal to x by r. Remember the equation, phi is equal to tan inverse of x by r. The x and r component will be given to you. From that you can find out the phi, and from this you can calculate the current. In the second step, we have to take the voltage as a reference phase. See, the factor which is common in the circuit is to be taken as the reference factor. So in the parallel circuit, voltage remains same, therefore we are taking voltage as a reference phase. We have to represent all the phasor diagram, all the currents on the phasor diagram. We can add them graphically or mathematically. Mathematically, vector addition of I is equal to what? I1 plus I2 plus I3. Vector. In the last step, the phase angle of the resultant current is the power factor angle, and cosine of that angle is power factor of the circuit. This is all about the parallel circuit. The next is admittance. Concept of admittance. What is admittance? Admittance is defined as The reciprocal of impedance or the inverse of impedance, it is denoted by a symbol capital Y. Y is equal to 1 divided by Z. What is its unit? It is measured in Siemens or mho or ohm inverse. Consider the impedance for RL circuit. The impedance for RL circuit is given by R plus jXL. Whereas the impedance for RC series circuit is given by R minus jXC. So in general we can write Z is equal to R plus or minus jXC. Right? The plus and XL for RL circuit minus and XC for RC circuit. Positive for inductance and negative for capacitance. Now, Y is equal to 1 by Z, okay, where Z is equal to R plus or minus Jx. We have to rationalize this equation. We have to rationalize this equation. After rationalizing, what we are getting? We are getting these two terms. Whereas this first term is denoted as G and the second term is denoted as B. What is this G? G is nothing but the conductance. What is conductance? It is opposite to the resistance. G allows the flow of current, R opposes the flow of current. Are you getting? So G is given by formula R divided by R square plus X square. What is R square plus X square? It is Z square. Therefore G is given by what? R divided by Z square. The second factor is B. What it is? B is called as susceptance. Susceptance. It is given by X divided by R square plus X square. R square plus X square again Z square. Therefore B is equal to X divided by Z square. The G conductance, it will be defined as the ratio of resistance to the square of impedance. Resistance to the square of impedance. It is also measured in Siemens. Susceptance. Susceptance is also defined as the ratio of reactance to the square of impedance. Again the same, the unit is Siemens. In rectangular form, we can write the admittance Y as G minus or plus JB. Polar form, Y at an angle minus or plus phi, where Y is equal to square root of G square plus B square. What will be phi? Phi is equal to tan inverse of minus or plus B divided by G. The B will be negative for RL circuit and the B will be positive for RC circuit. This is exactly opposite as in case of RL and RC circuit. Going to the next slide. Admittance triangle. What is admittance triangle? The sides of triangle representing the conductance, susceptance and admittance of the circuit. Such a triangle is called as admittance triangle. This is the admittance triangle for RL series circuit. Admittance, conductance and susceptance. Where G is equal to, this G is equal to R divided by Z square, B is equal to XL divided by Z square. Total Y will be G minus of JBL. If it is inductive, the B is negative 1. Okay. Admittance for RC circuit. Admittance for RC circuit, the B will be, susceptance will be positive since it is along the positive Y axis. G will be R divided by Z square and B is what? Positive B. It is BC, positive BC. The Y will be equal to this G plus JBC. Okay. The next is admittance method. The question may ask, explain the admittance method. to solve the parallel AC circuit. The equivalent parallel AC circuit using the admittance. We have seen the parallel AC circuit. In the parallel AC circuit, the different impedances may be connected in parallel. So here, for the sake of simplicity, only 3 impedances were connected in parallel. This is the equivalent diagram. This is called as impedance diagram. This is called as admittance diagram. So how to calculate the admittance using this admittance method? There are steps to calculate this. Under the step 1, we have to calculate the admittance of each branch. Admittance of each branch. How to calculate the admittance? Y is equal to 1 by Z. Therefore, Y1 will be equal to 1 divided by Z1. Y1 will be equal to 1 divided by Z1. How to calculate Y2? 1 by Z2. How to calculate Y3? 1 by Z3. After calculating this admittance Y1, Y2, Y3, we have to convert all admittance to respective rectangular form. This will be the step 2. Then calculate the equivalent admittance of the circuit by adding the individual admittance of the branches. Y is equal to the vector addition of Y is equal to what? Vector addition of Y1 plus Y2 plus Y3. In the next step, the total current drawn by the supply. The total current drawn by the supply is I. I is equal to what? V into Y, or V divided by Z. 1 by Z is Y. Therefore, I is equal to V by Z or V into Y. Are you getting this step? So with the help of this, we can find out this current. In the next step, individual branch current can be obtained by this formula V into Y1. Okay. So if asked, the power factor can be also calculated by this. How to calculate the power factor? The power factor is equal to G divided by Y. So here the theoretical part is going to end. So here onwards we will be solving the numericals based on each and every part. Okay. So this is a numerical one. The first numerical will be based on pure resistance. An AC circuit consisting of pure resistance of 10 ohm and it is connected to an AC supply of 230 volts 50 hertz. We have to calculate the current, power consumed and the equation for voltage and current. Every time read the question twice and write down the given data and what is asked. So what is given in this question? R is equal to 10 ohm, V is equal to 230 volts and F is equal to 50 hertz. What is asked? I, current, P, power and the equation for voltage and current. Let us solve it. How to calculate the current? For pure resistive circuit, the current will be equal to V divided by R. V is given, R is given, 230 divided by 10, it is current. Very simple. How to calculate P? We have obtained the average power equation for the pure resistive circuit. What it is? P is equal to V into I. The V is given. We have obtained I. So product of this gives the P. What is the unit of P? It is watts. Do remember, we have to write the unit. Okay. Next, we have to obtain the voltage and current equations. What is voltage equation for the pure resistive circuit? It is Vm sine of omega t. Means we have to calculate Vm. We have to calculate omega. Okay. How to calculate Vm? Vm is equal to what? Root 2 into V. What is V? RMS value of voltage, which is given as 230 volts. Therefore, Vm will be this much. Similarly, calculate Im. It is root 2 into I, where I is this 23 amperes. Okay. Next, calculate omega. How to calculate omega? 2 pi f. F is given 50 hertz. Therefore, omega is equal to 314. What is the unit of omega? Radian per second. Therefore, V and I equation will becomes V is equal to Vm sin omega t. Vm is 325.27 should be there. 27 sin of omega is 314 t. The angle phi is 0 for the pure resistive circuit. Similarly, I is equal to Im. Im is 32.52 sin of omega t. Omega is 314 t. So this was the numerical based on pure resistance. Let us see one numerical on pure inductance. A pure inductive coil allows a current of 10 ampere flows from 230 volt 50 hertz supply. The current, voltage and frequency is given. We have to find the inductance of the coil, the power absorbed by the coil and the equation of the voltage and current. Before going into the solution, here itself you can write the power absorbed by the pure inductor will be 0, since the pure inductor or the pure capacitor never consumes power. So first write down the given parameters. I is equal to 10, V is equal to 230, F is equal to 50 hertz. What is asked? IA. First, inductance L, power absorbed P, and third, equation of voltage and current. Let us solve it. First, to calculate the inductance L, we should know the inductive reactance XL. What is XL for pure inductive circuit? XL is equal to V divided by I. If it is pure inductive circuit, V, I both are given. Therefore, XL is 23 ohms. Okay. What is the formula for XL? It is 2 pi FL. From this equation, we can find out the inductance. Inductance will be XL divided by 2 pi F. This is 0.073 Henry. Second, power. As I told you, you can directly write P is equal to 0. The pure inductor never consumes power. Third, equation of voltage and current. You should remember the equation. V is equal to Vm sin omega t. So we have to find out Vm and omega. What is the equation of I? For pure inductive circuit, it is Im sin omega t minus pi by 2. Pure inductor, lagging current minus pi by 2. Therefore, we will be calculating Vm and Im. Vm root 2 into RMS value of voltage, Im root 2 into RMS value of current, thereby calculating maximum value of voltages and current. Omega 2 pi F. Substituting Vm and omega, therefore the equation of voltage and current will becomes V is equal to 325.27 volts sin of 314 t. I is equal to 14.14 sin of 314 t minus pi by 2. This was the numerical based on pure inductor. Let us see one numerical on pure capacitor. A 318 microfarad capacitor is connected across 230 volt 50 hertz supply. Find a capacitive reactance, RMS value of current and equation for voltage and current. What is given? Capacitance is given C. C is equal to 318 microfarad. The voltage and frequency are given 230 volt 50 hertz. What is asked? Capacitive reactance XC, current I and the equation of voltage and current. How to calculate XC? XC is given by the formula 1 divided by 2 pi FC. We know the value of F, we know the value of C. Just put into calc and find out the XC will become 10 ohms. The next, how to calculate I? I is equal to V divided by XC. You know the value of V equal to 230 volts. Recently we have calculated XC, therefore I is equal to this much ampere. Last we have to calculate voltage and current. How to calculate voltage and current? What is the equation of voltage? Vm sine of omega t. Equation of current, Im sine of omega t plus pi by 2. For pure capacitor, plus pi by 2. The current is leading to the voltage by angle 90 degree for pure capacitor. Okay, thereby calculating Vm and Im omega and substituting into this equation. So these are the equations for voltage and current. The next numerical based on RL circuit, RL series circuit. Let us read the numerical. A coil having a resistance of 7 ohm and inductance of 31.8 millihenry is connected to 230 volts 50 hertz supply. The resistance of 7 ohm is given and the inductance L of 31.8 millihenry is given, and the voltage of 230 volt along with the 50 hertz supply is also given. We have to calculate first the circuit current I, second the phase angle phi, and third the power factor angle and the power consumed P we have to calculate. Firstly, we have to write down the given parameter and then what is to be find, then we'll go to the solution. Okay, before finding the current, we should know the total opposing factor. The total opposing factor is what? It is Z, right? Current V divided by Z. We know V but we don't know Z, therefore we have to calculate Z first. To calculate Z, we should know R and X parameter, right? We know R. Do we know X? We don't know. So first we'll be calculating X. XL or XC, what is given? L is given. Therefore we have to calculate XL. Are you getting this? XL is given by 2 pi FL. The frequency is given, inductance is given. Therefore XL is equal to this much ohms. Put this XL into this equation. R is also given. Therefore Z will be this much ohms. Therefore I is equal to V divided by Z. V is given. We have Z. Calculate this. This much will be your current. Next, how to calculate the phase angle? The phase angle is given by what? Tan inverse of X divided by R. X is nothing but XL. If it is inductive circuit, it will be XL. If it is capacitive circuit, it will be XC. XL we have calculated. We have the value of R. Just put into the calci and keep the calci in degree mode. Okay, do remember, keep the calci in degree mode. Many a times the students do mistakes right here. So phi is equal to 55 degree. If it is an inductive circuit, by default we know that the power factor will be lagging one. Therefore write here 55 degree lagging. Next, power factor. What is power factor? Cos phi. We have the value of phi. Therefore cos of this much value will give you the power factor. Next, P. How to find out P? For RL circuit, the average power is VI cos phi. It is not pure inductor or pure capacitor. It is RL circuit. R is there. R is consuming power. Therefore, P is given by what? VI cos phi. We have V. We have calculated I and cos phi. Therefore, power is equal to what? This much watts. What is the unit of power? Watts. Do remember to mention the units. So this is the numerical based on RL series circuit. Next, we will solve the numerical on RC series circuit. Let us read the numerical. A capacitor of capacitance 79.5 microfarad is connected in series with non-inductive resistance of 30 ohms across the 100 volt 50 hertz supply. What is given? The capacitance C is given, which is connected in series with what? Inductive resistance R. Sorry, non-inductive resistance means it is pure R, C and R. Okay, and voltage is given 100 volts. The frequency is 50 hertz. What is to be find? We have to find first the impedance Z, second the current I, and third the phase angle phi, and last we have to find out the equation for instantaneous value of current. Write down the given parameter and the parameter which is to be found. How to solve it? Z. What is Z? Z is equal to square root of R square plus X square. Since this is capacitive circuit, R and C, capacitive circuit, therefore X will be XC. What is XC? What is the formula for XC? It is 1 divided by 2 pi FC. Frequency is given, capacitance is given, therefore XC will be this much ohms. Put this XC into this equation, therefore Z will becomes this much ohms. Okay, and from this Z you can find out current. Current is equal to what? V divided by Z. V is 100 volts, Z is 50 ohms. Therefore, your current will be 2 amperes. Next, we have to find out the phase angle, which is tan inverse of X divided by R. Here X is XC. What is the value of XC? It is 40 ohms. What is the value of R? It is 30 ohms. Therefore, your phi is 53 degree. Again, do remember, you have to keep your calc in degree mode. Okay. If it is a capacitive circuit, what will be angle phi? Leading or lagging? For capacitive circuit, the angle is leading. The current is leading by some angle phi. By what angle? By 53 angle for this numerical. Okay. At the last, we have to find out the instantaneous equation of the current. Okay. What is the equation of the current? Just recall, it is Im sine of omega t plus phi. Okay. So, we have to find out what? We have to find out the magnitude of the Im. The magnitude of the Im. How to find out Im? It is root 2 into RMS value of current. RMS value of current already we have obtained. Okay. Then omega. Omega is 2 pi f. F is also given. And then phi. We have calculated the phi. So, this is Im sine omega t plus phi. Okay. RC circuit. The next numerical, RLC series circuit. Let us read the question. 230 volt 50 hertz AC supply is applied to a coil of 0.06 Henry inductance and 2.5 ohm resistance connected in series with 6.8 microfarad. It means a 230 volt 50 hertz supply is connected to what? It is connected to RLC, where R is equal to 2.5, L is equal to 0.06 and C is equal to 6.8 microfarad. What we have to calculate it? We have to calculate the impedance, current, phase angle between voltage and current means phi, power factor means cos phi, and then power consumed P. Before start solving, do remember we have to write down first the given parameter, read the question twice carefully and then write the parameter which has been asked. Okay. So first we have to calculate the impedance. How to calculate the impedance? It is the square root of R square plus X square. What is X? XL minus XC or XC minus XL. Okay. Depending upon XL is greater than XC, XL minus XC. XC greater than XL, XC minus XL. So first we will be calculating XL and XC to ensure which case it is. Case 1, case 2 or case 3. There were 3 possible cases in RLC series circuit. XL less than XC, XL greater than XC and XL is equal to XC. How to calculate XL? XL is 2 pi FL. Frequency is given. Frequency is 50 hertz. Frequency is given. Yeah, it is given. L is also given. Therefore, XL will be this much ohms. Here for this numerical it is 18 ohm. Next, XC. XC is 1 by 2 pi FC. Okay. After calculating, the XC is 468 ohms. So here itself we can judge the XC is greater than XL. It means it is capacitive circuit, the power factor will be leading one, the angle will be leading one, the current is leading to the voltage by some angle phi. We have to calculate the magnitude of current, we have to calculate the angle by which the current is leading to the voltage. Are you getting this? So first calculate the impedance Z. Z is equal to square root of R square plus XC minus XL square or XL minus XC square. Ultimately we are taking the square, therefore the subtraction will be positive itself. Therefore the Z will be this much ohms. Next we'll be calculating I is equal to V by Z. V is given, we have calculated the Z, so this much is your current. This is the RMS value of current. Phi. How to calculate phi? Tan inverse of X divided by R. Okay, tan inverse of X divided by R. So this is XC minus XL divided by R. We have to subtract the higher quantity from the lesser quantity. Do remember. Okay. Then this much will be your angle. The angle will be in negative. Next we have to calculate the power factor cos phi. How to calculate power factor? Cos of the obtained angle. The cos of plus or minus phi will result in plus only. Therefore this is the power factor, which shows the leading power factor. The next we have to calculate the active power. How to calculate active power? By using the relation VI cos phi. Voltage is given. The current is 0.512 amperes. Cos phi we have calculated. So this much is your power absorbed by RLC series circuit. Don't forget to mention the unit. The unit of power is watts. So here we are ending up with the unit 3, single phase AC circuit. All the best.